We will be shortly joined by a sign language interpreter. But before that, let me introduce to you my co-host for the ceremony, Dynamic Naveen, who works for a leading IT services company.
And join me in welcoming my co-host in the evening, zestful Dr. Naveena, who works as a postdoctoral fellow in the Biomechatronics, Neuroprosthetics, and Exoskeleton Lab, IIT Madras. And together, we are here to give you an amazing product launch experience filled with thoughtful insights.
And maybe even a few surprises along the way. Get ready to be inspired. But before we get started, we kindly request you all to switch your phones to silent mode for the next 1 hour. Thank you for your cooperation.
Naveena.
So Nitya is with us.
Thank you, Nitya, for joining. Naveena, tell me something. What do you do when you are not able to reach the top of a shelf in the kitchen?
I use a kitchen stool. Why do you ask?
I've moved through 3 houses, and none of the counters in the house are where I can cook something without asking for help or even see what I'm cooking.
Oh, is it? Then it's time to set a mindset shift. Let us prioritize inclusivity in everything we do. At R2D2 and NeoMotion, we are all about inclusion, functionality, and affordability. And our product launch today is a step towards bridging the gaps for a more inclusive world. My dear friend Justin says, what is convenient for the majority is not always inclusive.
Before we commence for the product launch, we invite you to join us in a moment of reflection with a prayer song.
நீராரும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமின திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் கரைத்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே 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 महागणपतिं श्रीमहागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं महादेवसुतम् महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रिय मूषिकवादन मोदकप्रिय पापमगमरि सनि सरि सपमगमप पनि सरि गममरि सरि सनि पमगमनि पमरि गमरि निस रिस सानि पमगमरि सरि ग पापमगमरि सनि सरि सपमगमप पनि सरि गममरि सरि सनि पमगमनि पमरि गमरि निस रिस सानि पमगमरि सरि ग महागणपतिं ना
No more surprises. Please be seated. So the prayer songs are presented by Jyoti. She's one of our staff members. She could not be here physically, therefore the videos. We kindly request our esteemed guest to join us in the traditional ceremony of lamp lighting, symbolizing the illumination of knowledge and prosperity. Let us come together in harmony and anticipation for what lies ahead. From the academic community, we have Professor Sujata Srinivasan, Professor Shivakumar Balasubramanian, and Dr. Manisha Anand with us. From the rehabilitation community, we invite Dr. Henry, Samson, and Kritika to please come onto the dais.
We invite our sponsoring partner, Mr. Sudhakar Rao. We invite the innovators, Parth, Karthik, Sitapati, and Clinton. And finally, the key stakeholders in the innovation ecosystem, the users, Viji, Jenny. To deliver the welcome address, may I now call upon Professor Sujata Srinivasan, who needs no introduction. We went around the lab asking everyone to give a few adjectives about her, and here's what they had to say. A woman of extraordinary intellect and warmth. She embodies the perfect blend of intelligence and kindness. Though she exudes warmth, she commands respect with her strict yet fair demeanor.
Let us invite Professor Sujata Srinivasan, the head of TTK Center for Rehabilitation Research and Device Development, to deliver the welcome address. Here is a quick tidbit about Sujata ma'am. She is ambidextrous and can play tennis and badminton equally well with both hands.
Thank you, Navina and Naveen. It is my great pleasure to welcome our distinguished guests, Mr. Sudhakar Rao from Tata Elxsi, Dr. Henry Prakash from CMC. Our director, I think, is still on the way. Hopefully, he'll be here soon. Swastik, Mr. Swastik Dash, the CEO of NeoMotion, and all of you who are joining us here and online for this event, the launch of the electric standing wheelchair NeoStand. The general notion of a wheelchair is a somewhat ugly-looking chair with wheels, something that makes a person look helpless and evokes pity. If I have a movement disability, I may spend all my waking hours, maybe about up to 16 hours a day, in a wheelchair. Shouldn't it be properly fitting, designed to be an extension of my body, something that I'm proud to use, something that enables me, meets my needs and lifestyle, something that empowers me? Would all of us be happy with the same kind of car or two-wheeler or phone? No, right? Choice matters. That's why at R2D2, we continue to design more and more types of wheelchairs and customizable mobility devices because needs are different, fit is important, and choice matters. Standing is an essential activity for wheelchair users to prevent secondary health problems like poor blood circulation or pressure sores. Integrating standing function in a wheelchair can provide health benefits as well as functional and psychological benefits. Our first standing wheelchair some years ago was Arise, a low-cost mechanical design, especially designed for rural users to provide them standing ability and outdoor mobility for short distances. But we had other users for whom it was not, who felt they couldn't use it because they didn't have the arm strength to operate it, or they wanted a more compact design for indoor use. Enter NeoStand, which is what we are here today for. The user just needs to move a switch to move from sitting to standing. It's very compact. Even a caregiver or a therapist in a hospital can, at home or in a hospital, can help somebody practice standing in a gradual manner because it has the ability to stop at intermediate positions. This can be very important for rehabilitation. On top of that, in semi-standing positions, the user can also move in a controlled fashion, which can be very useful if you're in a grocery store or if you're in an event or in a get-together and you're moving around. So users who require a standing wheelchair now have a choice. Since R2D2 was established in 2015, with support from TTK, we've been working to change the assistive technology landscape by giving users more and more choice in the devices, for the devices they need. With support from ICMR, we established NCAT, which is in our research park, and all of you are welcome to visit it at some point. It's open to everyone 6 days a week, 9 to 6. It was created as an experience zone to educate users, caregivers, healthcare professionals on the choices available and provide training to use these devices. With support from like-minded partners like Tata Elxsi and NeoMotion and the healthcare and user communities, we are working to bring more and more of these devices to the market at affordable prices. It's a matter of great pride that our partner on this project, NeoMotion, is a startup from R2D2 that is now a full-fledged company. Disability is very diverse. By providing choices, we hope we can empower more and more AT users to be independent and help live our lives to the fullest. Once again, I welcome you all and thank you for choosing to be with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for your kind words. This has really set the tone for the event. And the spirit of inclusion, empowerment, and innovation is clearly encapsulated in the message.
Before we move on to our next speaker, here is a short video that shows what R2D2 is all about.
Clinical research for community intervention.
Engineering for equity, access to everyone.
A priori research for cost.
Mimicking human body mechanism.
Innovative geometry for safety and performance.
Translational technology for social impact.
Narrowing the gap between disability and ability.
It is our privilege to introduce Dr. Henry Prakash, an esteemed figure in the field of rehabilitation sciences. Serving as the Associate Medical Superintendent at the renowned Christian Medical College, Vellore, Dr. Prakash brings a wealth of experience and expertise to his role. With a distinguished career spanning several decades, he has made significant contributions to patient care, medical education, and research around rehabilitation. We call upon Dr. Henry Prakash to deliver the keynote address.
Dr. Henry, the secret of your young looks, is it all the Ironman runs? Or is there some secret sauce that we're missing?
I was wondering who's asking. I can't see who's asking. So, very good evening and warm regards from Vellore. I have been working in this field of orthopedics and neurological trauma for the last 24 years. And one of the most daunting tasks or most difficult tasks is when somebody comes to you soon after injury and you'll have to sit and discuss prognosis with them. Prognosis, by prognosis we mean what happens to him in the short term and what's going to happen long term. So this is a very daunting and a delicate task, and you know, hope is something you can't kill, and certain things people find it very difficult to accept. And even if you put yourself thinking, if this happened to you, how would you respond? There is a delicate balance between honesty and maintaining his hope, and I think it's an art. You need a lot of empathy and sympathy to sit with the patient, take him through that, and explain what is going to happen. Just last evening at 4 o'clock, while doing rounds, I saw a new patient. He's as old as my son. He's about 13 years, and he's had spinal cord injury for the last 1.5 years. And I just was talking to him and I just asked, he's a very high level injury and I know he's not going to walk. So, and because he was coming to us after 1.5 years, my question to him was, do you have a wheelchair? And as soon as I asked him that, I could see fear and, in his eyes and a lot of tears, and I knew that I had broken his hopes and left him in despair. So when we talk about assistive device early in the patient's path of accepting disability and going forward, there's a lot of difficulty, and accepting these things becomes very difficult. But I know that once this boy is trained well, once this person accepts his injury and disability, that is going to be a very powerful tool to bring him into inclusivity and independence, and give him a lot of autonomy. So we know that there are a lot of challenges. The main thing is economics. A lot of our patients who get injured in our country come from the middle class and low socioeconomic strata, and by the time they finish their initial treatment, surgery, they've run out of a lot of resources, and by the time they come to me and ask them to buy an assistive device, they are struggling. And I know that this is going to be the lifeline, and he's already struggling to get that lifeline. So I think we need to lessen this gap, the infrastructural challenges, the know-how challenges, the technology challenges, and the gap between engineering and healthcare industries, so that we can bring a lot of products which is a little more affordable by this group. In the past 2 decades, we have seen that there's been a lot of improvements in technology. I mean, we are from the lucky generation where we have seen a lot of digital know-how increasing, and we are using, there's internet for everything nowadays, and we're able to bring that in for all these assistive devices and make it so easy if they can afford it and if they can use it. So I think as we navigate the space and the complexity of this accessibility, affordability, the societal inclusion, we need to remember that this is not a technological imperative, it's a moral one too. We don't have to do it because it's about technology, it's about how much I know, but I think we are morally responsible to carry on such work, have these collaborations. And I think the collaborations become stronger if it has the end users like we have today, the technology developers, the paramedical and medical community. I think we can go a long way. Thank you very much for inviting us. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Henry, for sharing your thoughts for the evening and clearly showcasing the importance of assistive technology and how they must go hand in hand in rehabilitation to live the life to the fullest.
In a country like ours, a few years back, we realized that just designing and developing great products is not enough. Creating awareness around assistive technology is very important. For the last 3 years, it has been a fantastic journey with Tata Elxsi. Their unwavering support and faith in us have helped us in bringing NeoStand in front of you today. Let us see a short video about Tata Elxsi's CSR initiatives, including a small bit by the CEO of Tata Elxsi, Mr. Manoj Raghavan.
Good evening. Tata Elxsi's involvement with IIT Chennai started in the year 2020, where we sponsored a few projects on cyber security as well as automotive functional safety from our CSR projects. Our involvement with Professor Sujata and R2D2 started about 3 years ago, where we are developing, the R2D2 was developing products for persons with disabilities. The vision being to reach out to thousands of beneficiaries through indigenous, customized mobility devices with a low cost of ownership. Today, I'm happy to see that we're going to launch the NeoStand, a motorized standing wheelchair, which has been funded by through Tata Elxsi's CSR grants. This will not only bring back dignity and therapeutic benefits to wheelchair users, but will also empower them to functionally perform daily activities that were otherwise perceived impossible. And with these products available in the market and being talked about through user experience interactions and videos, more and more users will be benefited over the years. And we really look forward to many more such products coming out from R2D2. Thank you.
It is our distinct honor to introduce Mr. Sudhakar Rao, a distinguished leader, a former member of Indian Administrative Services, and a visionary. Mr. Rao brings a wealth of experience to his current roles as a board member at Tata Elxsi, a leading global design and technology services company. At Tata Elxsi, he also serves as the chairman of the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. In these capacities, he exemplifies a commitment to corporate excellence and social responsibility, guiding the company towards sustainable growth and impactful community initiatives. Please join us in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Sudhakar Rao, a true exemplar of leadership, integrity, and service to deliver the keynote address.
A very good evening to all of you. the first thing that I'll do when I get back to Bangalore is to go to my neighbors and tell them where I have been or where I had been today. My neighbors are T.T. Jagannathan and Lata Jagannathan. Of late, I have steadily moved away from professional engagements. Actually, ever since my retirement from the government as Chief Secretary 13 years ago, I have not had too many opportunities to give keynote addresses. So do bear with me if I am a little off-key every now and then. And also, as a result, I read from a prepared text. Professor Srinivasan and friends, the launch of a new product this evening for the differently abled signifies a turning point in our endeavor to foster inclusiveness and empowerment for individuals who face mobility challenges. As we convene here for the unveiling of the electric standing wheelchair, which was designed and developed by this center, it is a fitting moment to acknowledge the significance of providing funding for assistive technologies and the profound changes that they can bring about in the lives of individuals. During the preceding 3 years, we in Tata Elxsi have supported several innovative initiatives that seek to improve mobility and rehabilitation. In fact, enabling new developments in the area of technology has been an area of great importance and priority to Tata Elxsi CSR policy, which is so diligently carried out by my friend Arunava, who is sitting in the audience here. For example, another exciting innovation, or rather innovative project that we are involved with presently using CSR funds is with the National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. And it is on detecting early stage cancer from blood plasma. It may be recalled that our collaboration with IIT Madras really began in earnestness in 2021 with research on cyber security analysis, as just now Manoj explained. Analysis of networks in the background of AI-based attacks, and with the aptly named R2D2 since financial year 22-23. In the last 3 years, Tata Elxsi has provided possibly more than rupees 5 crore to IIT Madras. With the introduction of the electric standing wheelchair formally today, because I saw a prototype in the center, the experiential center yesterday, our conviction regarding the transformative capacity of technology is reasserted. By facilitating seamless transitions between seated and standing positions, this technology not only improves the physical well-being of individuals, but also fosters their social integration and active engagement in routine tasks. The device, as you all know, comes in the wake of the unique prosthetic foot and the forthcoming release of a hand neurorehabilitation robotic device that the center has developed. Both prosthetic feet to restore mobility and neurorehabilitation devices to restore motor function possess the capacity to revolutionize lives and foster a society that is more inclusive. Today, ESG is being given great prominence by industry and regulators. ESG, which stands for Environment, Social and Governance, ESG principles are mandatorily observed by listed companies. In fact, if I may bring I once again into the conversation, very recently I submitted the report of the State Pay Commission to the government, wherein, though it was not part of the terms of reference for the Commission, a full chapter has been devoted to ESG and training. The S of ESG, that is social, refers essentially to inclusion and removal of not just gender barriers, but also barriers facing the physically disabled. In order to achieve this, it is essential that technology is put to use to neutralize and overcome the handicaps that the challenge face. Yesterday, when I went to the experiential center, or whatever we call it, in the nearby tech park, I learned two things. One is I was talking to the extraordinary person called Justin, and then I asked him the standard question. I said, if I may ask, when did your challenges begin? He said, I was driving very fast on some road in Bangalore, and a puppy came across the road. I instinctively pressed the brake, the car turned turtle, and since then I have been differently abled. And so, like a layman in a place like this, I asked him, so you're all right till then? And he looked at me and said, I am all right even now. That's lesson number one I learned yesterday. I said, yes, politically incorrect statement, I withdraw it. Question, that is. Secondly, I have been involved in a manner of speaking with an incubator that was working on equipment or discovering or creating devices for the differently challenged. That has now actually, I think, been taken over by Tata's because it got into some usual politics. Be that as it may, I thought that it was an excellent idea to introduce that CEO of mine to the center. And so I called him in front of Justin only. I called him and I said, Sundar, I'm at such and such place, and I'm calling you to let you know that it's a good idea for you to collaborate with this center. He said, you mean R2D2? I said, yes. He said, I've been involved in that for the last 15 years. I have been knowing Professor Srinivasan from 2004. And she's an icon in this field. So I said, next time I do a good turn, I must first find out who I'm talking about and whom I'm trying to bring together. So Professor Srinivasan, thank you so much for doing some extraordinary work in this area. And obviously your fame, your recognition is well deserved and goes across cities, countries possibly. But I also congratulate all those scientists and youngsters who are working on projects like these, not only for making very precious practical use of their technological capability, but also for being associated in endeavors that bring joy and purpose to those who have been deprived of certain physical capability for no fault of theirs. I wish you all more strength and success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rao, for your continued support towards inclusion, and we look forward to continued support in enabling our budding innovators. For the majority of wheelchair users across the globe, the ability to stand is far-fetched. Standing is essential for blood circulation, digestion, and for health issues like pressure sores. Currently, users are often dependent on external help, and some need orthosis to stand.
NeoStand redefines the wheelchair experience with user-centric design. With just a push of a button, a user can move from sitting to standing.
Even a caregiver or a therapist in a hospital can help the user practice standing effortlessly. Here is a video of NeoStand and what it is all about.
They say It's like a forgotten memory, a whisper from a time before, an echo you can't quite grasp, but whose absence you feel every day. It has no form, no weight, no user manual, but you know it's there. The yearning to rise, to meet the world eye to eye, to experience that shift in perspective, that surge of independence. This isn't a machine, it's an extension, a bridge between who you are and who you long to be. A chance to rediscover a forgotten feeling, a forgotten you. With a touch, a world awakens. The ability to interact, to connect, to see the world anew. It becomes a part of you, as essential as the very air you breathe. This isn't just a wheelchair, it's freedom reborn. A chance to experience life on your own terms, a reminder of your boundless spirit. The feeling, you won't need words to describe it. Every sunrise, every hello, every adventure becomes a testament to its power. This is more than mobility, it's possibility. It's the chance to write your own story, a story with a standing start. This is freedom, redefined. NeoStand.
With that impactful video, let us take a stand towards inclusivity, and I request our guests to please launch NeoStand.
We have our NeoStand users, Ms. M. Ramya and Mr. Rajesh Kumar, here with us. As Navina joins them with a mic, Ramya, உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டாண்டிங் வீல்சேர் ஏன் முக்கியம்?
ஸ்டாண்டிங் வீல்சேர் எனக்கு ஏன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு உங்களை மாதிரி நான் நின்றுட்டுருக்கேன், அதே ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக இருக்குது. உங்களை மாதிரி நின்று நான் பேசிகிட்ருக்கேன். நானும் உங்களை மாதிரி ஐ எம் நாட் த ஸ்பைனல் கார்ட் பர்சன், பட் நார்மல் ஹியூமன் ஸ்டாண்டிங்கில் நின்றுட்டு உங்ககிட்ட ஜாலியாக பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கிறது ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக இருக்குது. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நான் குக் பண்ணணுன்னு நினைக்கும் போது சில டைமில் எனக்கு எட்டாவது போது என்னால் என்னடா வீட்டில் குக் பண்ண முடியலன்னு இல்லை அம்மாவுக்கு குக் பண்ணி தரணும்னு நினைக்கும் போது சேடாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுவேன். பட் இப்போ வந்து நான் அம்மா குக் பண்ணி தருவேன், என்னுடைய பாப்பா கூட விளையாடுவேன். அப்புறம் எனக்கு எட்டாவது ஸ்லாப்பில் புக்ஸ்லாம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா க்ளீன் பண்ண முடியலன்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். பட் இப்போ நான் என்னுடைய ஒர்க்கை நானே செய்வேன். இப்போ ஒரு விஷயம் எனக்கு தோணுச்சு, தேசிய கீதம் பாடும்போது எப்பவுமே நாங்கள் வீல்சேர் பர்சன் எல்லாமே சிட்டிங்கில் தான் இருப்போம். பட் இப்போ தேசிய கீதம் பாடும்போது நாங்கள் ஸ்டாண்டிங்கில் என்ன சல்யூட் பண்ணுறதும் அந்த மூமெண்ட்லாம் ஏன்னா நாங்கள் ஸ்கூல் டேஸில் அது வந்தோடனே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக நாங்கள் அட்டென்ஷன் இருப்போம், என்ன வேலை இருந்தாலும் சரி. தேசிகதம் வரும்போது பட் வீல் சேரில் இருக்கும்போது என்னடா சிட்டிங்கில் இருக்குமே அப்படின்ற மாதிரி நான் ஃபீல் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். பட் இந்த டைமில் தேசிகீதம் ஒலிக்கும் போது ஓகே நான் ஸ்டாண்டிங் நின்று சொல்லி அந்த தேசிகீதத்துக்கு நான் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னும் போது ஐ எம் ஸோ ஹாப்பி. பட் இது ரெடி பண்ண டீமுக்கு நான் ரொம்ப 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 தேங்க் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். நிறைய பேர் வந்து சிட்டிங்கில் இருந்து சில விஷயம் பண்ண முடியலன்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் இந்த ஸ்டாண்டிங்லேருந்து அவங்க சில விஷயம் பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க. நான் இந்த வீடியோ பார்க்கும்போது பூர்ணச்சந்திரன் பார்க்கும்போது அது பார்க்கும்போதே அவ்வளோ அழகாக இருந்துச்சு, அந்த பில்டிங் அவர் எட்டி பார்க்கும்போது. ஆனால் சில பேரோட கனவு சில விஷயம்லாம் நம்மளால் செய்ய முடியலன்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் இதுலேருந்து சில விஷயம் அவங்க ஹாப்பியாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க, ஹாப்பியாக செய்வாங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் இது ரெடி பண்ண டீமுக்கு. தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, Ramya. Rajesh?
हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम राजेश कुमार एंड मैं दिल्ली से आया हूँ एंड ISIC हॉस्पिटल में काम करता हूँ एज अ स्पोर्ट्स इंस्ट्रक्शन. ओके, आज अपने बिना किसी सपोर्ट के खड़े होकर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे, बिकॉज मैं जब भी खड़ा होता था तो मेरे साथ में कोई होता था जो मेरे पीछे खड़ा रहता था मेरे सपोर्ट में, एंड वॉकर या बैसाखी लेकर मैं चलता था. देन अभी मैं बिना किसी के सपोर्ट के या बिना किसी सहारे के अपना खड़ा हो सकता हूँ. जो मेरे ऊपर एक डिपेंडेंसी थी किसी की, वो ख़त्म हो गई है. एक्चुअली मैं सारा का अपना खुद ही कर लेता हूँ, बट वो है कि एक स्टैंड का ही प्रॉब्लम थी. देन इससे तो वो भी ऑलमोस्ट ख़त्म हो गई है. सो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. एंड इसके अलावा मैं इस पर व्हील चेयर पर ज़्यादा टाइम कर सकता हूँ, इस पर ज़्यादा टाइम तक बैठ सकता हूँ, क्योंकि इस पर मैं स्टैंड होकर अपना प्रेशर शोर को भी कम कर सकता हूँ. सो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है इस पे ऊपर आके. एंड अभी मैं आप लोगों के सामने जो नॉर्मल लोग हैं उनके एकदम बराबर में होके उनसे बात कर सकता हूँ, उनका आइस टू आइस कॉन्टैक्ट बात कर सकता हूँ. सो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, Ramya, Rajesh, for sharing your words. Clearly, Siddharth, Swastik, Ashish, I guess I should get one for myself.
We have our peer trainers Purna and Lakshman with us. I request them to kindly get the NeoStand t-shirts.
Please do have a look at our great wheelchair trainers, Lakshman and Purna coming down on the ramp.
On this note, I would also like to ask all of you to please come and visit our NCAT center, and you'll get to see all the wheelchair trainers doing amazing things there. Thank you, Purna. Thank you, Lakshman. So now we kindly request all the team members to please come onto the stage for a group picture.
R2D2 team picture.
All the team. All the team. Thank you, everyone.
We heard from the users. Let us now hear from our next speaker, Professor V. Kamakoti, who is a renowned figure in the field of computer science and engineering, and currently serving as a director for the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. With an extensive background in academia and research, Professor Kamakoti has made significant contributions to the field of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and embedded systems. In the last few years, IIT Madras has made giant strides towards inclusive education, thanks to Professor V. Kamakoti's inclusive leadership. Let us invite him here to share his thoughts.
We were told that Professor Kamakoti has our Prime Minister on his speed dial. Sir, maybe you can validate if it's true or not.
What?
We were told that our Prime Minister...
No, it's wrong. I wish it was.
Maybe he cannot confirm or deny the fact.
So freedom undefined, freedom redefined now. I think it's absolutely true. First I'll talk in English, then I'll talk in Tamil. So friends, there are many occasions that give us happiness, but some occasions give us overjoy, and this is one undoubtedly. Sujata has consistently been giving me an opportunity to become overjoyed. Thank you, Sujata. I still remember that wonderful day where for the first time when there was a standing chair which was not, it was mechanical, and that day when the national anthem was sung, the people actually stood up for the first time. And that was a very heart-touching moment. Now this is going to happen without any effort from them. It's going to be electrical. And I think, and I'm also very happy, mechanical engineering is moving to electrical engineering. So these are some of the things that I strongly believe IITs must be doing, because it has wide range social impact. And I'm very happy that you're able to cook for your mother, you're able to do all your work, and you feel that independence in you. And that instilling of that independence is what gives us a lot of joy, and what is the meaning of translational research that we are aspiring to do. Sujata, please continue this for years to come, for decades to come, and let the world really benefit out of it. Thank you very much, and thank you all for attending. So I always don't ever feel that I've completed a function unless I talk in Tamil. இன்னைக்கு சுதந்திரத்தை நாங்கள் redefine பண்ணியிருக்கோம். சுதந்திரங்கிறது மனுஷனுக்கு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். சுதந்திரம்னா என்ன? நம்ம காரியத்தை நம்மளே செய்ய முடியும் அப்படின்னு முதல்ல ஒரு உணர்ச்சி வரதே ஒரு சுதந்திர உணர்ச்சி தான். பல ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் ஐஐடியில் நடக்கிற பல இன்னோவேஷன், பல மீட்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாமே நமக்கு ஒரு ஜாய் கொடுக்கறது. பட் இது ஓவர் ஜாய், ரொம்ப பரம சந்தோஷம் கொடுக்கறது. ஏன்னா இன்றைக்கி நம்ம சில பேருக்கு அந்த சுதந்திர ஃபீலிங்கை நம்ம கொடுக்குறோம். அவங்களால சில செய்ய முடியாததை செய்ய பண்ணுறோம். அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி தேசிய கீதம் பாடினத்தை அவங்களால ஏந்து நிற்க முடியுது. ஒரு தேசத்துக்கு நம்மளோட ரெஸ்பெக்டை காமிக்க முடியுது. அது முடியலேன்னு ஒரு மனசில் இருக்கிற வருத்தம் போச்சு. அதுவே எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. இதுக்காக ப்ரொஃபஸர் சுஜாதா அவர்கள் பல ஆண்டுகளாக இதுக்காக உழைச்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க. இது பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக இருக்குது. இதில் கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 2-3 பேட்டன்ட் இருக்குது. ஒரு 4-5 ரிசர்ச் ஸ்காலர்ஸ் வேலை செஞ்சுருக்காங்க. ஐஐடி மெட்ராஸில் செய்கிற ஒவ்வொரு ப்ராடக்ட்டுமே கடைசியாக பார்க்குறதே ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக இருக்கும். பட் ஆனால் அதுக்குள்ளே போகிற வேலை ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியாக இருக்கும். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம செஞ்ச ஒரு சோஷியலி ரெலவெண்ட் ப்ராஜெக்ட் செப்டிக் டேங்க் கிளீனர். இப்போ ஹானரபிள் சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் மேனுவல் ஸ்கேவெஞ்சிங் கூடாது அப்படின்னு சொன்ன போது நம்ம செப்டிக் டேங்க்குக்கு ஒரு ரோபோ கிளீனர் பண்ணினோம். அது மேனுவல் ஸ்கேவெஞ்சிங்கிறது மனுஷன் செய்யக்கூடாத வேலை. அது பண்ணுறது மகா பாபம். அதை நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக ஒரு வேலை செஞ்சோம். அதே மாதிரி இது ஒரு சுதந்திர ஃபீலிங். அந்த அம்மா சொன்னாங்க, அவங்களால சமைக்க முடியுது, அவங்க அம்மாவுக்கு சமைச்சு கொடுக்க முடியுது, தன் வேலையை தானே செஞ்சுக்க முடியுது. இந்த சுதந்திர உணர்ச்சியை நம்ம கொடுத்ததுக்கு சுஜாதாவுக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸு. அவங்க பல ஆண்டுகள், பல டீகேட்ஸ் இந்த வேலையை செய்யணும். நிறையா எம்எஸ் பிஹெச்டி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வரணும், நிறையா பேட்டன்ஸ் வரணும், நிறையா இது மாதிரி இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் பண்ணணும். இந்த மாதிரி சேரை இம்போர்ட் பண்ணால் நமக்கு தாங்காது. இந்த சேரை இந்தியாவிலே ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணி இவங்களுக்கு ஒரு காஸ்ட் எஃபெக்டிவாக, அந்த ஈக்விட்டபிளாக, அஃபோர்டபுள், ஆக்சசிபிள், இந்த மாதிரி கேர், நம்ம அந்த மாதிரி எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ் நம்ம கொடுத்தோன்னா அதுவே நம்ம ஐஐடிக்கு ஒரு நல்ல இது. நம்ம வேர்ல்டு நம்பர் 1 ஆகலை, இதெல்லாம் வேறு. நம்ம மனசு வேர்ல்டு நம்பர் 1 ஆகிடுது, ரைட்? இன்றைக்கி இவங்க எல்லார் மூஞ்சிலையும் பார்க்குற சிரிப்பு என்ன சொர்க்கத்துக்கு வந்த அளவு எனக்கு சந்தோஷம் வந்துடுது. இல்லை வேர்ல்டு ரேங்கிங்லாம் எனக்கு ஒன்றும் விஷயமாகவே படல. இந்த நல்ல காரியத்தை நீங்கள் தொடரணும். குறிப்பாக R2D2 எல்லோரும் மீட் பண்ணி, ஐ ஹோப் எல்லோரும் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க R2D2-வை. R2D2ங்கிறது இங்கே ஒரு சென்டர். யாரெல்லாம் பார்க்கலே போய் பாருங்கள். அதில் என்ன ரொம்ப விசேஷம்னா, என்னெல்லாம் ப்ராப்ளம் ஒரு வீல் சேர் யூஸருக்கோ, இது மாதிரி அசிஸ்டிவ் டிவைசஸ் பண்ணுறவங்களுக்கு என்னெல்லாம் ப்ராப்ளம் அவங்களுக்கு வேர்ல்டில் வருமோ அத்தனையும் அங்கே சிமுலேட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அதாவது அத்தனை எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை எடுத்து அதை பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ அந்த இதில் ஒரு டெஸ்ட் ஆகி, அந்த ஒரு எக்யூப்மெண்ட் டெஸ்ட் ஆச்சு, அங்கே நம்ம பண்ணுற ஒரு டிவைஸ் டெஸ்ட் ஆச்சுன்னா நிச்சயமாக அது ப்ராக்டிக்கலி யூஸபுளாக இருக்கும். இதை நல்லா ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ணி அந்த சென்டர் உருவாக்கியிருக்கோம். அது பார்த்தா ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக தான் இருக்கும். ஆனால் அதுக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு நுணுக்கங்களையும் நீங்கள் கவனித்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது பல நாட்கள் பல உன்னிப்பாக கவனித்த பல பாயிண்ட்ஸை அங்கே இன்கார்பரேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ யாரெல்லாம் அந்த சென்டரை விசிட் பண்ணலையோ அந்த சென்டரை நீங்கள்லாம் விசிட் பண்ணணும். இது பல ஆயிரக்கணக்கான பாரத தேசத்தில் பிறக்கிற எந்த குழந்தையுமே ஊனமாக பிறக்கக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிற எங்களோட நல்ல எண்ணத்தோட இது மாதிரி ஹெல்ப் நீட் பண்ணுற பல ஆயிரக்கணக்கான பேர்களுக்கு இந்த சேர் ஒரு காஸ்ட் எஃபெக்டிவாக போய் சேர்ந்து எல்லாரும் நின்று இந்த உலகத்தை சந்திக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற நல்ல எண்ணத்தோடு விடைபெறுகிறேன். வணக்கம். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, Professor Kamakoti, for always being a torchbearer for inclusivity. Continuing on your note, and for the audience, last year we inaugurated a world-class experience center that has no parallel in the world. Immerse yourself in the inner workings of our center through this captivating video clip.
NCAT is located in IIT Madras Research Park. In continuation to what Sujata ma'am has said and Professor Kamakoti, we definitely extend our open invitation to everyone to go visit and have first-hand experience of innovation and inclusion. To show our gratitude to everyone in our entire product development life cycle, and for the event today, we have with us the CEO and co-founder of NeoMotion, Mr. Swastik Saurav Das. With a passion for leveraging technology to enhance the lives of individuals with disability, Swastik leads in the mission to create accessible and inclusive mobility solutions.
Under his leadership, NeoMotion, a pioneering company in the space of mobility and assistive technology, has been at the forefront of designing cutting-edge products and services. With their motto, "Live life to the fullest," NeoMotion addresses the unique needs of users, empowering them to lead more independent and fulfilling lives. Swastik, please.
Good evening to everyone. What we saw today is a highly collaborative effort that has gone into it. And I take this opportunity to extend my deepest gratitude to multiple people who have been involved as a part of this. First and foremost, to IIT Madras for providing the platform where all of us could come together, work with the right mindset, with the right spirit, and develop a provision so that this work continues. I express my deepest thanks to Tata Elxsi for appreciating the need for development of assistive technology and supporting this project. And we look forward to your continued support. I thank TTK Center for R2D2. The center has been serving as a key role in identification of different problems, facilitating the partnership between clinicians, the user community, building world-class infrastructure where we could come and test the products to global standards so that we could take them out into the world. The fantastic team at R2D2, which is always present and taking these work forward, taking all these technologies forward, a big shout out to all of them. I thank the National Center for Assistive Health Technology, NCAT, the new center. I think with NCAT coming in, co-development with clinicians and user community has become far more easier. Earlier, we had to travel around, go at so many different places. Now, in one controlled environment, we have access to all of this, which makes design and development of assistive technologies far more easier and significantly reduces the turnaround time into the market. We thank our clinician partners, CMC Vellore, ISIC Delhi, Chandigarh Spinal Rehab, who have been here. Their continued engagement and partnership with us helps us consider various nuances that go into building of these products, and we look forward to the continued partnership. The fantastic design and engineering team at NeoMotion, which has put their heart and soul into the product. It's a very iterative approach, requires listening to multiple people and listening to them and taking all that feedback in and translating all that dream into an actual product. The team has been delivering results, and we will continue to do so going ahead. Thank you all the chief guests for taking time out, all the dignitaries for taking time out and to be part of this particular event. We thank all the volunteers and well-wishers, everybody who has put their heart and soul into making this program a grand success, and definitely a big shout to all of them. This product launch is another testament of the significantly collaborative spirit that is required in assistive technologies to enable people to live life to the fullest. And it's our promise that we will continue to do so. Thank you.
So we heard from a little birdie that Swastik is good at making caricatures and excellent cardboard models. Also, it's a sweet coincidence that it's Swastik's birthday today. Happy birthday, Swastik. We would would like to extend our sincere appreciation to each and every one of you for your presence today. Your support and enthusiasm have made this event a resounding success. As we move forward, let's carry the spirit of innovation, collaboration, and inclusivity that has defined this gathering today. Together, we can continue to push boundaries, create positive change, and make a lasting impact on the world. I request the audience to prepare for the national anthem.
Before we part ways, I invite you all to join me in a round of applause for our incredible team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event possible. Thank you, Nitya, for making this event even more inclusive. And of course, thank you, Navina, for tapping my shoulder at the right time.
Thank you, Naveen, for being such a wonderful co-host. After stimulating our minds with food for thought, it's now time to satisfy our tummies. I think everyone will agree for this. So we have a feast waiting for you.
We've now interested you with some broccoli cheese vada, cocktail samosas, kawani arsi halwa.
Kindly join us in the exhibition hall outside the auditorium. Okay.
The main
change
avenue.
of venue. Please join us in the main dining hall outside the auditorium. Also, our upcoming devices are displayed outside the auditorium. Please do check them out. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening ahead.